Hey everybody. Well, this video is going to be kind of a flex because I'm happy with my collection that I've been working on. I play Rolemaster, but also Space Master, Shadow World, and all that. And so all of these games that I played for so many years were by Iron Crown Enterprises, ICE. And, I started role-playing in the late 80s. I think it was 88. I was going to Des Moines and I was buying as many books as I could get. I worked in a grocery store, so I didn't make a lot of money, so I couldn't buy everything. But I was building up a nice collection. And then the bookstore, I'm sorry, not the bookstore, the game shop went out of business. The owner of it, he was in his late 60s, he retired, he sold his store, and the people that took over sucked. And so in a matter of a year, they moved and they were changing their product line and all that. Then all of a sudden, I could not find anything by Iron Crown, which means that I could not find out about, their latest releases and all that. I could not buy stuff. Remember, this is pre-internet. And so you just had these little catalogs and all that, and you were hoping that you could find them, buy them at a store, order them through the mail. But with the game shop closing and no good replacement, we couldn't get good product. And so the guys that I was role-playing with and that, we kind of fell apart on that too, because, we talked about new product. And since we were mostly doing Iron Crown, we were just kind of screwed and all that. And then during this time, Iron Crown was starting to go through its difficulties, financial and all that. And soon we heard that Iron Crown went out of business, bankruptcy and all that. And, it just, we had other things to do. A lot of us had our other lives to deal with, and we kind of fell apart. Well, I kept most of my books. I didn't have them all, and I made a mistake. I hadn't put the game away for a while because a flood came through and damaged quite a few books. And so, I've been rebuilding my collection, and I was going through PDFs, and I saw this. This is the collector's checklist of everything that Iron Crown sold. And I was like, oh God, I gotta have this, because then I can use this to find everything. And I'm at a point where I have almost every single book that I had lost replaced. I have found books online, and I'm pretty darn happy. There we go. You can see how I'm checking things off on the list here. Not everything's going to be checked off because, they got... like on the very top, Rolemaster Box 1, Rolemaster Box 2, Rolemaster Box 3. Well, I couldn't buy them, and they are out of print, so I'll never get them. Oh well, I'll move on. But it's nice to see that, like on this one, look at all those lines. I got a lot of those. Those are the RMC companions. And then on the back, there's more Rolemaster books. Out here, this is some of the 3rd edition. Now, 3rd edition is mostly compatible with 2nd edition. Yes, they just have those training packages, which I absolutely despise. But you can see all those checks there. I have been able to get a lot of this. And some of these, again, it's like, You got first edition's Arms Law, second edition's Arms Law, third edition's Arms Law. You don't need all three. I got second edition. I'm happy. And Shadow World. I guess I should say this. I played all 4 of Iron Crown's major role-playing sets. I started off with MERP, Middle-earth Role-Playing, which was basically a Rolemaster Light type game. And then I got into Rolemaster. Rolemaster had Shadow World, which was Iron Crown's attempt to create their own gaming world, and that was pretty good. They had quite a few books on that. And for that, it's this column right here. You can see I got half of them checked. Some of these are second editions and all that. But the one I'm really proud of right there, I got almost all of the Shadow World ready to runs. A ready to run is basically a 33-page module, and I'm pretty happy I have all of them. And so I did those 3, and then because I also like science fiction, I got into Rolemaster. And, you know, I'm pretty lucky because, you know, oh well. I got most of the Rolemaster books. And, you know, like I said, so. And the funny thing I'm going to do, I don't know if you call it funny, but the thing I'm going to do, I'm going to test out my Wizard Who, my Doctor Who variant, which will use a combination of magic and science for time travel and such. So, I'm going to put my version of the Doctor through all of the ready to runs in Rolemaster to test everything out. I think that's going to be kind of fun. And then, yeah, MERP. Okay. You can see I got a lot of those. A lot of this first stuff are some books that I don't want. One of the things I did not like about what Iron Crown was doing was they were kind of combining and re-releasing books. So if you were early in playing this, you had Northern Mirkwood and Southern Mirkwood. And 2 of the guys that I knew had both of them. Well, when I started to get into it, because I was kind of the last one out of the group to get into MERP, they came up with Mirkwood, which basically combined the 2 books, and that's what I have. They were basically identical and all that, but they did that a lot. And so you're not going to buy Arnor the Land, because that's Rangers in the North, Lost Realms of Cutterland, and Hillmen of the Trollshaws, basically. And so you have to be kind of watch out what you're buying with some of the MERP stuff. But I have, oh gosh, I can't darn right. I have all but one of the ready to runs here, and that's the Gates of Mordor, and I'm able to get that next week. And so I have been improving my collection. All those books behind me right there, those are my role playing. Basically, these 2 shelves over here is role playing. This is my information, because I'm a nerd. My history books, religious books, and so forth. And so I hope everybody is doing pretty good on building up their collections. I see a lot of my fellow YouTube RPG creators. They have all the bookshelves behind them loaded with books. So, you know, I wanted to be just like them, you know. And so I got my 4 bookshelves there, so I can be a nerd just like them. So thank you for letting me flex right there. I'm just happy, you know, I have pretty much all of the Iron Crown books that I want. They had other um, genres that I did not like. They had cyberspace. Yeah, it was cyberspace. Cyberpunk or cyberspace, I forget which one. And I did not like it because that's one of those near future dystopians. Yeah, it was just kind of too dark and gloomy. I mean, I like a good, adventuring with some risk, but sometimes they just got a little bit. Uh, then Iron Crown had Silent Death, um, and that was their kind of their space combat um, thing, and I didn't like that. I thought that was kind of dumb because Space Master had Armored Assault and Star Strike. So why do you need Silent Death? Well, they were trying to get into miniatures, and this is one of the things I thought that screwed Iron Crown over. And maybe you'll agree with me here. They were so wanting to be just like everybody else, big just like everything else. Every time they tried somebody come up with something new, Iron Crown had to do something like it. The collective card games, Iron Crown tried to do that. I never got into it. Couldn't find the product, because at that time the game shop closed and all that. But Iron Crown was trying to be like the beer boys, and they overextended themselves, and there were some other business decisions that they made, and Iron Crown disappeared. They're back again. They've been bought and renamed and all that. It's quite the story. But anyway, I ranted on long enough. Everybody, please take care. Be at peace.